Boxing King Media in association with Boxstro. Big Johnny Fisher, with your dad's nickname. Look a bit trimmer. I know you're saying you haven't lost weight, but I reckon you have.
I don't. I think I've been. This is heavier than I normally am. I think just depends what you're wearing. Sometimes you might see me wearing a vest. I know you said my face looks thinner. That's nice because I've got some chubby chops, so that's a good thing.
Does that mean you're going to come in at a career lightest weight tomorrow?
No, I think
heavy.
No, I just as long as I'm around 17 stone, I know that's what I should be. Anything around that is always good, so I should be just over that, I reckon.
I saw the press and I saw Eddie mention that you've selected to fight a southpaw yourself. So just tell me, what's the thinking behind that? Have you got some southpaw lined up down the line, or is it a case of just, I want to fight southpaw?
I want to fight southpaw. Last time I fought a southpaw was on my debut. He was one of the options Matchroom put towards our team, and it looked like a good match. Something slightly different, something to think about in camp. It's an incremental step forward, something slightly different.
Looking at his record, Johnny, he's lost 4 times, been stopped 3 times. So on paper, it suggests this ain't going to go many rounds. So sell him to the fans. Sell him. Why do you think he's going to be much of a challenge to you?
I don't need to sell anyone. I'm just doing what I've got to do. People want to watch, they want to watch. If they don't, they don't. But the guy in his last fight, he fought Damien Kaniba, a good Polish prospect on Top Rank, and they stopped that. He weren't really in what we wanted to stop it. The doctors just stepped in and waved it off. So he's tough. He's getting stopped on his feet a lot. But this is about my development. It's not people will come and watch me because I'm exciting anyway. So people want to watch it, they can. If they don't have to watch. But
and where are you with your development? You've got a humongous fan base, and what are they like? Obviously, forget the critics. The critics will just hate and say that you're overrated and your hype job, etc., etc. But your actual fans are the ones that matter.
In a way, I agree. I probably am a bit overrated and overhyped. People expect a lot of me, and I want to deliver it, but it's got to be done on my terms and when I'm ready. I know I can give anyone a fight. I'll give anyone a good fight from top to bottom. They know that I'm going to come and give it, and I'm going to try and wing them big shots in. But I know how much development's got to be done. So no problem with people overhyping me and overrating me. That's to be expected with the fan base I've got. That's part of the game.
I'll say on record, I rarely give my opinions, but I saw. I'm not going to name who you sparred, but I saw you spar a top-rated heavyweight, an Olympian, a well-respected fighter. And I probably gave you 3 out of the 4 rounds that I saw you guys spar, and even the round that I probably gave him was close. So I'm telling people now, you're not overrated, but you're probably just not shown fully what you're capable of in the ring. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say, but it's very different sparring to fighting as well. That's the bridge that I've got a gap at the minute. You can look $1 million in sparring. I could go and play 5-a-side football on a weekend, and then I could go and play 11-a-side match for my local team and not look any good. Do you know what I mean? That's the bridge that I'm gapping at the minute, and it's going well. The last camp, first time I've done sort of 10 rounds on the bounce as well with 2 or 3 different guys. So the maturity and the development's happening all the time. And in this modern world where everyone wants stuff instantly, that's not the way it's got to be done. If you want to do something properly, you've got to do it, be thorough with what you do, and that's what I'm doing.
And your fan base, I get the Ricky Hatton vibes. You saw over the years how his fan base has exploded. I feel like the same thing's going to happen with you as long as you keep winning. Are you ready for that amount of pressure on your shoulders? Because, in a couple of years, this could really, really blow up.
Well, I felt the pressure when I first fought in front of the crowd at the O2, and then at Ali Pali, 2,000 there, 2,500 at Ali Pali. I felt the pressure then, and I'm not afraid to admit that because I've overcome that a little bit now. When I fight in front of the crowd now, it feels normal. It feels how it should be. A lot of fighters haven't had that experience that I've had so early on. So, yeah, bring on the big crowds when we get into title fights. 10,000, 20,000 people, I'll be ready because I've had a taste of that so early on in my career.
Last question on your career. How far are you away from that Fraser Clark and Fabio Wardley mix?
Still a long way off them guys, I think. I'm not afraid to admit that. As I said, I'll give anyone a good fight, but I've got my own development to do. It'd be great to have a Southern area fight at some point or a youth title fight. Get my experience up, and I'm 24. I'm off them guys yet. They're 31, 30. Wardley's 29, 30. He's a good friend of mine as well, Wardley. Them guys are all 4 or 5 years ahead of me, so there's no rush for me. I've just got to keep the momentum going.
And I just want to quickly get your opinion, Johnny, on we saw USYK signed with the Saudi back team skill challenge over the weekend. What do you make of that as just for the landscape of boxing?
Yeah, it's obviously good for USYK, who's obviously seen something there where he can get monetary gain as well, which is to be expected, and I applaud him for because that's what he's in the game for now at this stage of his career. These fighters have got to cash out as much as they can. Hopefully it just gives a bit more clarity on his position. They can go with something to Fury's team. and that fight can get made towards the end of the year. But I'll be expecting to see them both have a couple of warm-up fights, or one warm-up fight each before they both meet at the end of the year.
And talking to warm-up fights, people seem to be kind of saying Dillian White's just going to be like a walkthrough fight for AJ. Do you think that's going to be the case? I spoke to Yusuf Kamari, who strongly condemns them statements.
Yeah, Dillian White's not a walkover fight for many guys. I know he got beat by Tyson Fury, but 99% of the heavyweights are going to get beat by Tyson Fury, and Dillian White's got that doggedness about him, that aggression, that never quit attitude. So the first fight was a great fight. I think we'll see a good fight the second time as well.
Last question on you. Obviously, you made a bit of money in boxing so far. Just tell the fans out there, some of your fans, what have you treated yourself to? Anything precious to you?
I always take my mum and dad away, or try and treat them to a little holiday afterwards. I remember after Sheffield we went down to Cornwall for a bit. That was really nice. The weather was good, so we went down there. Go on holidays with my brother. I went to Mexico after the last one, but that actually ended up just me looking after him for 2 weeks when he got drunk on champagne every day. But yeah, I'm not a very materialistic person in that sense. I do like a nice car, but my car got a great sponsor who looks after me, Reynolds Motor Group, so I don't really pay anything for that. I'm just trying to save my money, trying to get a house. If I can come out of boxing, I've got myself a house. Hopefully I'll get that this year, then I know I've done something right. Bricks and mortar. I've been told about bricks and mortar since my granddad, so bricks and mortar I'm trying to get. But
if you did have like a humongous payday one day, what would be the one thing you would treat yourself? Because you must have something.
I'd love to go on holiday with all my close family and friends. I like holidays, that's what I like doing. There's a nice hotel called the Headland in Newquay, right on the beach of Fistral Beach. I'd love to take my mum and dad, my close family and friends, my aunts and uncles, Triple B, my family friends. That'd be great to have a few nights down there, the sunshine blazing. After a world title fight, that's the dream. Just we can have a week or two relaxing down there. That'd be great.
If any of your family and friends are watching, I think you've kind of given most of your purse away for when that happens. Cheers, Johnny.
Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. Bosh.